We know on a farm the income can be sporadic, and you said you don't really have a steady drawing account now. So on your individual family budget planning, how do you deal with this sporadic income and planning for family expenses?
I don't count on the farm as income. The only thing as the farm is the use of the equipment, tractors, firewood, dump trucks whenever we needed it. Other than that, Cindy, my wife, she has a full-time job. She does 99% of the bills, pays the bills. I work off the farm during the wintertime, 2 to 3 days a week, and then that money is pretty much goes for what I earn for my car payment, insurance for our property, and the rest goes into the mortgage.
How does your wife apportion these things?
I have absolutely no idea. It's just magical what she does with it. She pretty much has everything set up in certain accounts, so it's all automatically. Our mortgages every month is pulled out automatic. The power bills, groceries, all that stuff is. We have an idea of what we utilize, and it's pretty much, and we always by $20 try to over compensate, so that way if there is a month that we run, during the summer, if it's a real bad summer and we have to run the air conditioner, we have enough in the account to cover that.
Most of our farms are structured as sole proprietorships or partnerships or an LLC, which is taxed as such. When you're structured that way, the owners really don't pull a salary out of the farming business. What they do instead is pull money out as needed in the form of a draw. Now, this is not a business expense, but it is a legitimate draw from the operation for them to cover some of their family costs.
How does a family determine the draw that goes to the family checkbook?
When that draw is made and how much sometimes depends upon the type of farm. One of the beneficial things a family can do is develop an expense budget and to take a look at when the expenses occurred not only monthly but throughout the year. There's going to be some times of the years that you're going to have higher costs. In the winter you might have heating costs. You're probably going to have to pay your taxes, plus you're going to have to pay your income taxes. And planning for that information through some sort of spending plan and tying that back to the draws is very helpful.
Do you have a formal spending plan, or how do you make all this money work and stretch every month?
Right, I know what our mortgage is, I know roughly what the electric bill is going to be, those kind of things, and then my income's pretty steady, so I know what should be left. I just do. I don't know how. I don't have, I really should, but I don't.
She does do budgeting as much as she can. And we always have, this is what we want to accomplish this year.
She pretty much has everything set up in certain accounts, so it's all automatically. Our mortgages every month is pulled out automatic.
And there is money that comes up that is unexpected that he'll bring home, but it's a lot on me to have to know that still the day-to-day things are still my responsibility, really. So that's tough.
You said that you feel a little bit of that burden of handling this financial balancing, but in the midst of doing that, are there some techniques or little tricks you've picked up along the way that have helped you and have made you maybe feel less stressed by it and have helped you as you manage the family?
I work outside full time, and I don't count on anything from the farm. So if we get into a payment of any sort, I make sure that I can handle it from my outside income, because like we said, there's lump sums, but I can't depend on that to pay the mortgage or to pay whatever. So anything above what I make, we don't do anything like that and then hope that he's going to get paid, so that so we try to stay within what I bring home, and then anything that he gets is, extra. The biggest thing is to live within what my means are, and anything that he brings home is extra. And, you know, you have to look at the non-monetary things also, like there's equipment here we use, there's, you know, we don't pay for our milk, we don't pay for meat, we don't. So those are huge things that, like on your grocery bill, those are things I don't have to buy. So you have to kind of look at that as being an income as well, even though it's not monetary, but it's things that we're not paying for out of our pocket that a lot of people don't have access to. Like most people, you know, don't get their driveways plowed for free, don't have, you know, if we want to do work in the yard, we have equipment at our disposal that, you know, we can do a lot of things that don't cost us anything that, you know, for a normal family, they would be paying a lot of money to have somebody come out and do those kind of things. So you just have to kind of look at it like that.
We look at what we did in the past, you know, and people with her business, we have a lot of stuff that comes in year round that has to be done at certain times. So we know if the stock room's full of orders that we have to fit, you know, process, then if we get them all done, we'll have X amount of dollars to over and above what we need in the budget. And then that's the time of year that maybe we purchase something or buy another piece of equipment or.
You've got farm income coming into your family budget, and you have some outside income in each case coming in from spouses. How are you integrating this outside income and farm income and budgeting and planning to pay your bills?
I think it's important for the family to understand, just as it is in the farm business, what are our basic minimum requirements to survive financially. You know, and I think it should be posted, whether it's in the family office or on the refrigerator or somewhere, and then this is what we're bringing in. Are we going to be short? I think that's very important to have it written down someplace as well, so that you can see it, especially when money's tight, because otherwise you lose track of where you are and where you need to be.
These fellows are creating a lifestyle, and I think as each individual wife came in, they weren't quite sure of that, and they didn't come from farm families. So now that the children are arriving, the grandchildren are arriving, they see what's happening. They are more at ease with the surroundings, and they see that lifestyle. So at times, you know, if there's no money coming in from the farm, I think that's fine with them because they still see progress. Everybody is making progress in one fashion or another. All our sons have their own houses. Okay, they're seeing improvements done in the houses. They see improvements done on the land. They see the recreational aspects of what's going on, and they see the whole picture of what a farm is all about.
For more information about family farm finances, go to familyfarmfinances.net.